You're watching Stanton Today. Here are tonight's headlines. Data breach in Hurston Tower. Xi'an ships manufacturer in Gatac reveals new model. And XenoThreat are still active. Good evening, I'm Oliver Zark. 2 weeks ago, a Hurston Dynamics databank was breached by these two who at the time wore digital scrambling devices. Just before they accessed Constantine Hurston's office, the camera overlooking Mr. Hurston's door was disabled. Hurston Dynamics ensures its residents no sensitive personal data has been compromised, as the amateur hackers are believed to have had a monetary motive, but in the end, coming away with nothing. If you have information that could lead to their arrest, please contact your closest Hurston security office as soon as possible. Now, let's go over to the Xi'an Empire, where House Gatac are putting themselves on the map as a major ships manufacturer, but also adding some historical mystery. Here's our reporter with the story.
Along with their reveal of the Raylan cargo ship, House Gatac recently published an archived Xi'an letter, suspected to contain information regarding the ship's reveal. After not being able to find a single Xi'an citizen willing to translate, we turn to xenolinguist Dr. Jale of the Song University on Terra, who has successfully translated the document. Dr. Jale found the document to consist of 2 letters, one prefacing the other, where the reader learns how House Gatac released this document celebrating the reveal of their new ship model, the Raylan. The first letter explains the second one, saying it was sent to House Gatac by Empress Lith of House Shou in 1296, asking House Gatac for support in the war between the Xi'an Empire and, as they phrased it, our ancient enemy. The second letter is written by the Empress herself in 1296 and contains information on where and how the Empire was attacked. In the letter, the Empress comes across as quite distressed, as she is ordering House Gatac to use their ships to bring supplies to Xi'an military forces. The reader can easily spot how the Empress is forced to make demands she is not comfortable with. This letter is more than a historical tidbit. It also proves that House Gatac has been in the shipbuilding business for a very long time. For Stanton Today, I'm Simon Wolf.
It will be very interesting to see the Raylan when released to UEE market. And speaking of aliens, reports from advocacy agents suggest that XenoThreat is still recruiting new members and are planning more attacks. Let's go over to our reporter.
Thank you, Oliver. Over the past month or so, advocacy agents have been engaged in infiltration and reconnaissance, but are now releasing a report on XenoThreat showing the terrorist group is still gathering resources and recruits. Unfortunately, the report contains no info on when new attacks could be expected, which may prove to be a wise strategy according to military sources. Quote, "We don't want XenoThreat to know what we know. We want to anticipate them," end quote, said a crew member I met a couple weeks ago on the UEES Warhammer. From the recruiting pace, however, it looks like they can have their numbers up to about where they were before the recent attacks within a year. And when they do attack, this is where they'll come from, the Stanton Pyro jump point. So why aren't we putting a wall of Navy ships there? Well, simply because XenoThreat ships are not flying under a flag. For all we know, half of their sympathizers might even be in Stanton already, disguised as cargo haulers, miners, you name it. And if they are, they're just waiting for a signal to attack. For Stanton Today, I am Markus Hurst.
That's all we had for today. I'm Oliver Zark, and you are wiser than yesterday. Good night.